The government just handed real estate investors a weapon, and most people have no idea it exists. We are talking about a law signed on July 4th, 2025, that quietly rewrote the rules of the game. This isn't some obscure loophole buried in fine print. This is 100% bonus depreciation back in full force and fully loaded. If you've been waiting for a reason to get serious about short-term rentals, this might be the moment you'll look back on. Let's back up, because to understand why this matters, you have to understand what bonus depreciation even is and why its return is such a big deal. Think of it like this. When you buy a rental property, the IRS lets you depreciate the asset over time, essentially writing off the wear and tear as a paper loss against your income. The problem is that by default, rental real estate is classified as passive income, and passive losses can only offset passive income. That's been the rule since 1986. So if you're earning a W-2 salary or running a business, those paper losses from your rental, normally they can't touch it. Here's where it gets interesting, and honestly, a little absurd. The tax code giveth, and the tax code taketh away. But sometimes it leaves a side door cracked open just wide enough. Short-term rentals are that side door, and this new law just blew it wide open. To qualify, your property has to be genuinely short-term in nature. We're talking an average tenant stay of 7 days or less, which is your classic Airbnb or vacation rental model. But the IRS isn't just going to take your word for it. You have to prove you are actively managing the property, logging at least 100 hours of engagement, and no one else, not a property manager, not a co-host, can have logged more hours than you. Now, before your eyes glaze over with compliance anxiety, let's talk about what you actually unlock when you clear those hurdles. With 100% bonus depreciation restored, you can front load the depreciation on qualified personal property inside the home, furniture, appliances, fixtures, and write off a massive paper loss in year one. That paper loss, because your STR is no longer treated as passive in your hands, can be applied directly against your W-2 income or business income. Someone earning $250,000 a year could potentially shelter tens of thousands of dollars from taxation in the very first year of ownership. History tells us that tax incentives like this don't last forever. Bonus depreciation was phased down to 80%, then 60%, then gone before this bill revived it, and the window could close again. We've seen this movie before, where the government creates an incentive, investors pile in, and then Congress quietly dials it back when no one is paying attention. The biggest misconception people carry into this conversation is that it's too complicated or only for the ultra wealthy with armies of accountants. The math is actually straightforward. Qualify by meeting the time and exclusivity tests, purchase a short-term rental with eligible personal property, and apply cost segregation to maximize your depreciation deduction. The psychological barrier is real though. People hear tax strategy and assume they're one audit away from a nightmare. But this isn't a gray area play. This is Congress explicitly rewarding active participation in the short-term rental economy with one of the most powerful tax tools available. What the smart money does in moments like this is move with urgency, but not recklessness. Size your position appropriately. Don't over-leverage chasing the tax benefit alone, and make sure the underlying property actually cash flows. The tax savings are the bonus, not the business plan. Discipline and process will always outlast conviction and timing. The investors who win over the long haul aren't the ones who found the perfect deal. They're the ones who built a repeatable system and stayed in the game. One well-structured short-term rental with proper cost segregation and active management can do more for your tax situation than years of passive investing. At the end of the day, the tax code is just a set of rules, and rules favor those who actually read them. The question isn't whether this strategy works, it's whether you're willing to do the work to qualify. Whether this window stays open for 2 years or 10, being positioned correctly means you're ready either way. If you're ready to explore short-term rental investing, need a contractor to get a property rental ready, or want to connect with lenders who understand this strategy, check out our links in the description below.